let's have a look at this, shall we? This is the brand new Need for Speed news that came out basically not too long ago. This is today's news, as in the 15th of March. We got some news about Volume 2. In fact, their socials changed today. On their Twitter, they changed their banner to say Volume 2, and then they did this big announcement. So there's a trailer for you to watch, and it basically outlines everything that's on this page. Obviously with movement, because it's video. So let's have a look at this, shall we? So first of all, we have this. Provoke the cops into a thrilling high-speed chase and stay ahead to make bank while your friends help knock cops off your tail or take the heat off you for their own rewards. Basically, there are AI cops in multiplayer now, which should have been there from the start, but they decided to hold off from it. Maybe down to reasons to do with it not working properly, maybe? Or not working how they wanted it, or it wasn't as smooth with other people on and they wanted more time on it. I'm just speculating here. I'm just guessing. Because really, this should have been a feature for that. Now, just bear in mind, we've been waiting for 4 months. 4 months for a content drop. A lot of people have, you know, within the month of it launching, have finished the story. Unlike me, I've only just did it a week ago, so I'm kind of glad that this news came out today, because we've got some fresh news. So, new cars, new customs. So, the ultimate luxury. We're looking at the world's fastest leather armchair. Perfect your driving in the new hot laps across the city. And Tour Lakeshore and the ultimate luxury. To make your money, you gotta look the part. Basically, there's hot laps around the city. Good. Got a new car. The Lotus Emira. The Balmain Edition 2021. Petrol engine. So you need to complete 3 playlists in the Lotus to complete to basically win this new car. And then we've got the Nissan Fairlady ZG 1971 Epic Custom. Now this is the custom we've seen before. It's not exactly a new car, but it's something that you can now obtain for EA Play members. New news to play, so, okay. Yeah, so this is the new challenges. So we get 40 new daily challenges, 50 new challenges in general, new events and more. So we've got 30 hot lap activities, 4 new endurance events, 2 new Rumble playlists, and 2 new race playlists. The existing playlists do remain. And the rewards, of course, we've got driving effects, we've got emotes, kind of poses. It's basically emotes, let's be honest. 6 new banner stickers. And then we've got keys to the map DLC. So you can basically, you buy it and you unlock all the locations for everything, as it says here. All the 260 collectibles, so that's 100 bears, 80 street art, 80 billboards, and 160 activities for you to earn rewards anytime you like. You also get the clothing pack. Let's go through this one by one, shall we? Lotus Emira. Okay, yeah, decent car. I would say it's probably the most decent thing. And I think, honestly, at least they're not just dropping just some cars. And then that's it. They're actually, they've balanced it between gameplay and adding actual new cars, which I think is good. I think that's kind of a good start. This isn't really new, but I don't like the way that you have to obtain this. I wish this was obtainable somehow. In terms of the Nissan Fairlady, I wish this was obtainable through other means rather than being an EA Play member Because I personally am not, because I don't see any benefit in it, really. Again, it's the subscription things. The subscription gaming things I have found personally, from my personal gaming experience, no need for. But what about the people that don't have this? And if we wanted this, well, we can't have it. I love the Fair Lady, as you know. It was the car that we chose after the Sylvia got nicked in the story. That was the car that we went with. So it's a little bit disappointing that we can't get this and you've got to be an EA Play member. I'm not a fan of that system. Not a fan. It's good that they're putting gameplay in, new daily challenges, 15 new challenges in general. We've got hot laps. I think hot laps are new. Am I right? I think I am. If I'm not, by all means, correct me. But I think hot laps is new. Obviously, I think the big thing really is police in multiplayer. And I do think it should have been in there from the start, but as I said, maybe there was some sort of development setback. But 4 months, this is the first update. I know a lot of people are actually disappointed in this update. It's not an overly good thing, overall is this, but there are two sides to this very coin. Because yes, we have some new content. That's a plus, but it's not what everybody expected. Everybody expected this big new update in the March update, but it's not quite that. Personally, I mean, I was going to talk about this in potentially a separate video to go on the YouTube or even on stream, but the driving effects, the poses, the banners, we'll get to that in a minute. You know, the character customization. I know it's kind of cool and that, but like I've not touched my character since I did the original character customization right at the start of the game. I've not touched any of it. Because there's no need. That's not the point of it. I think there should be less of this and more of cars and gameplay, customization, things that we can actually do rather than... I know there are things. I mean, it's not a lot. It's just a couple of things here and there, but I don't want it being more focused than it needs to be. It needs to be 5% of the content that comes out, in my opinion. And I think some other people might feel the same. Honestly, looking at all this. Now, I say it was two sides to one coin. So yes, you might think it's not a lot of content. What's going on? We're waiting 4 months for a content drop, and this is what we're going to be getting. But I've forgotten when this is launching. When is this launching again? It's later in the month. All right, so 21st of March, which, checking, is next Tuesday. So next week's stream is going to be with the new content update, basically, because obviously I stream Need for Speed on the Wednesday. So the other side of the coin that I was talking about, basically, is compare it to Need for Speed Heat. In Need for Speed Heat, we didn't get any post-content updates, as far as I remember anyway. Not even one. There wasn't anything regular. At least we have something. We have something that we can say, yes, we have, we have some content to actually play with. And I'm hoping it's going to be a consistent thing. Every 3-4 months, they do a content drop. Or even, every 2 months, they do something small. Because that might be what they're thinking. They're doing these small little incrementations into Need for Speed over a long period of time. We don't know that. I'm hoping they're going to do that. And you know what would be really cool? Is if players could be the police in online. I think that would really ramp up the gameplay aspect, because you could go against your friends and, or you could band together. I know it kind of says here, You can knock the cops on your tail or take the heat off for your own. Rewards mean you can choose. If you're rolling with friends, you can, or even just randos, you know, you can just do that. You absolutely can. Yeah, I wouldn't say... I would say this update was hyped up more than it was, because although it's the first content drop, it should be good. And it's a mix of stuff, which is good, but I think everyone was expecting this massive inventing the wheel, game-breaking, amazing update, and it's just not that. Obviously, there are things that should have been in at launch but weren't, but then again, I like to look on the positive side and say, well, at least we have an update. It's not like it's Need for Speed Heat, right? And I think that's really positive, because it means they are supporting the game, you know, till the end. Now, I know some of you, in fact, I've seen a lot of the community say there's not really much to do at the moment. It's just become, you do the story, it's okay for a month or two, and then you're kind of done with it. You kind of move on. And I haven't had that because, as I said, I've been taking my time. I've been streaming this maybe once a week since it launched for a couple of hours. So, and I was streaming it exclusively for stream. So everything I did in Need for Speed was on stream. Hence why it took me so long to finish it. So it was only last Wednesday, obviously today being the 15th of March, you know, where I finished the story. Then I started doing stuff. But in the second part of that stream, I did feel a bit kind of emptiness. I did feel it being empty, because right at the start, I said that I would commit to streaming this, making content on this, till the end of the development cycle. Now, that is still on the cards if I don't get bored. So this is the ultimate test now. Because now they're starting to bring in content, let's see if they're going to keep my interest when it comes to streams. Now, it might be that I will stream this every 2 weeks instead of every week and do something else. But we will see. That's for me to decide. I would say it's a good start. You know, we've basically got one new car and another car that you have to, you know. And also, I've not dived into online yet, so it's one of those things where I wanted to finish the story before going online. In fact, I'm waiting on a friend to finish the story, because he hasn't finished it yet either, and he got the game quite a bit after me, actually. So I'm waiting for him to do it, and then we can both go in, do multiplayer for the very first time. Hopefully it'll be next week when there's actually police. So my multiplayer experience for the first time is going to be completely different to literally everybody else.